Um, we're gonna try and catch up again soon.
Yeah, speaking of catching up, catching up with Stuyedeyed. Stuyedeyed. Fucking glad I got that. It was pretty good. What's going on, guys? How you living?
Eating, cooling it.
Yeah, keeping it classy as fuck, you know? Chilling in the back. Whose penthouse garden is this?
Mine.
That's yours?
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
You almost didn't let me in because I'm Mexican.
How long have you known Donald Trump?
See, the funny thing is that Donald and I, we go way back. But as soon as he said that shit about Mexicans, I was like, nah, man, I can't have that.
You guys you got a nickname for Donald Trump? Since you guys are close?
I just call them the Trumps.
D-Dub.
D-Dub, Trumps, Trump Daddy.
Dump Trump.
Donald Trump, yo. That's sick.
She got dumps like a Trump.
Am I feeling a new remix coming out?
Start out next single. Dumb Trump remix.
So I know who you're voting for. Shit. Yeah, you guys just played Last Stand DIY Fest, right?
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about that? Crazy list of bands and...
You want to take that?
I mean, everyone on the table pretty much put their best efforts making this like a community effort to bringing a DIY scene into New York City, because it's very, very, very ironic that you have such a cultural hub that is New York City, such a huge cultural hub. I mean, I'm not even from this country, and I'm affected by New York City, where I was from. I'm pretty sure that anybody who comes to New York City can attest to that. It affects them in some way. But yet we don't have like a do-it-yourself, get up and running, community people helping each other out. You don't have that here in such a complex, critical position. So we wanted to start something like that. You know, us coming up from our tour in March, we came from Florida, and we were just like fucking around like, hey man, all of these places, Athens, Georgia, Richmond, Florida, all of these places that have a great DIY scene going on, and they bring the best of the best bands through that like distillation of like, oh, this band is good, so let's put them here, and then it kind of spreads around, and we wanted to bring all of those people and get something like that going on, and that is pretty much in a nutshell what the Last Stand was. Now, the reasoning behind it, it's there's plenty. Community, it being a last stand, sort of like, there's a lot of things going on here in New York City that are pushing us away from the things that we love about New York City. So we're technically, in a non-cliche way, we're trying to make a last stand in the ways that we can, in any way possible.
Yeah, what was it like touring the South?
Shit, hot. I loved it. You gotta wear a shirt.
He was topless the entire time.
Yeah.
No, it was cool. I think in comparison to, touring like Massachusetts or like Philly, the one thing that the South kind of brings, aside from just like warmth, I think it's like the actual warmth of the people. I think everybody there is very just open. They're very about it. Like
everyone is so much more like welcoming, and so much like there's so much more of a scene in these like smaller towns in the South, and like we'd meet people like, and within like 5 minutes to be like, you can stay at our place. Like it's totally cool. Like so nice. Like so willing to help out. They just want to like create music and create art and like
create community.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like, I guess just going back to the festival thing. I mean, like our last few stops were in the South, and I think that helped bring around like the idea of the festival. It's like, shit, dude, we come across all these fucking cool people, everybody super welcoming, like, we should bring this back home, and that's like, I think that was the birth of it all. I mean, we also live in the age of information where we can hit people up in fucking Wyoming and then, speak to somebody who lives in Canada and then speak to somebody who lives in England in the same group chat, so like, we can take everyone from the East Coast and throw them in the same room, like that, it's completely possible. and we wanted to make that happen. We wanted to bring the South back with us.
We were talking about Last Stand. Why don't you tell us like who kind of like helped you out with Last Stand, like helped you find the spots, and any shout outs that made the whole thing possible?
Well, Last Stand was put together by some of the homies. This cat definitely helped. I know Ricardo through him. These three, not her, these three, work over at Wikiburg, and Wikiburg is kind of like the big bro of the Last Stand that like helped find it all. I mean, they know more about Wikiburg than I, so they're Martin.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it all came together just because Bert and Nelson and their band went, and Andrea went on tour, and they met all these amazing bands, and they became friends with all these bands, and they experienced something that they wanted to bring back here, something that's reminiscent of some community organizing that we did a couple years ago called Save Domino, and that was to protect and preserve the Domino Sugar Factory and everything that came along with that, which was artists and economic diversity and all the things that we, people who were here in Brooklyn a while ago and other places enjoyed, which was kind of this artist environment, this artist community. So The Last Stand within itself, the name was about creating that same scene and that same feeling by bringing in artists and by bringing in bands and different vendors and just having this DIY aesthetic that once made Williamsburg and all these other areas and Bushwick. But at Wikiburg, our focus is kind of just preserving communities and trying to reinvigorate communities in the ways that they need to be reinvigorated as dictated by the community, not by a luxury developer. So that was kind of what Julie and I and Bert all helped with. But
it's the great equalizer, man. I mean, all communities are DIY. Everything you see is DIY. At one point, somebody had to do it themselves, and I think that we're becoming, we don't celebrate that. We don't only, like you do something yourself. Now people are like, oh, you do that shit yourself. Like, oh yes, I drive my bicycle to work every day. Oh, you don't got a car? Damn, you don't got a car number. It's like, it's weird that we don't celebrate the DIY community because everything is DIY. If you want something done right, you must do it.
Any advice to bands starting out or trying to put on a festival, or basically anything, just trying to get people organized?
To do it themselves, do it with honest intention, and just to be sexy about it. Just be full on fucking sexy about it.
Be sexy. Do it yourself together.
Yeah. I mean, I think the common theme of this festival is just like that we have the power to do more than I think we're capable of. I think that walking away from the festival, I mean, it's just like we have the fucking power to do whatever we want, and I think that's what I think DIY is about. That's what this festival is about. That's what this band is about. That's what Wikiburg is about. Just fucking doing it, And I think once you lift the chains of, I don't know, man, I don't know if that's really possible, like I don't have the money to do it, and you realize that you can just do it.
Right.
Do it. Make a band. Rent out a rehearsal space. Fucking, like, make your own startup. If you have an idea, present it to people, like somebody's always listening. Just yell it out. Somebody's gonna catch it.
Cool. What are your plans for the upcoming fall and winter? I guess winter's kind of far to think about, but...
No, I mean, I think we have like a 10-year plan, so I'm already like down there. No, I mean, we're probably just gonna record more. Keep writing. We have a lot of new music that's coming out. If you see us at our shows, we play new songs. Just getting it together, more so than we have already. More shows, potential tour in the winter. Probably gonna get away for a while and record. More shows.
Harder festival.
Harder festival.
Harder festival.
Harder festival. I think you said harder festival. Harder fucking festival. Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Festival every hour of every day. New band.
How long you been selling used cars / announcing monster truck rallies?
Well, before I was a musician, see what I did? I can do Cleveland from Family Guy. Please, do it.
My name is Mr. Cleveland Brown, and today it's time to party.
Yeah. Lots of weed, lots of Family Guy.
Nice. So how about your next shows coming up?
So we have 3 shows coming up in August. We have the 9th, which is this Sunday. That's gonna be at Baby's Alright, doing a rock and roll brunch, going on boozy brunch. It's free, all ages. The 15th, we're doing a house show here in Bushwick. And then the 28th, we're playing at Pine Box Rock Shop for Indie Bushwick Showcase. No Shoes is gonna be on that fucking shit, which is one of my favorite bands right now.
Nice.
No Shoes is one of the best bands I know right now. Young Runners playing with us. It's gonna be great.
Nice. Any last words? Stuyedeyed?
We love you. We love you, street wannabes. We love Wikiburg. We love all the people who come to our shows. Keep pushing. Keep making babies. Whatever you want to take it as.
Shout out to St. Vitus.
Shout out to St. Vitus.
Everybody at St. Vitus. David, Nick, Zach, Rika, everybody that helped put the show together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.